Y'all, this is Uncle Ro with another one. Nieces and nephews, aunties, uncles, mamas, daddies, cousins, kinfolks, play cousins. Um, you are what you eat. There's a saying that the closest three people or five people to you that you spend the most time with, they you are them. You are a culmination of those three people or those five people. So you're always around them. You pick up on habits. You pick up on, good and bad. You pick up on habits, good and bad. You pick up on little idiosyncrasies. You sometimes you even start to think like your closest friends. So when I say you are what you eat. We eat in many different ways. Of course, we eat through our mouths. We digest food. I'm actually plant-based. I said that in the previous video. I'm plant-based now, and it's been for 13 years. I've lost over 70 pounds. I feel good. I look good. You feel me? And I'm still a big boy, but I feel great. And it's because of what I ate. It's because of how I'm eating. I'm only eating plant-based. So no meat, no dairy, no cheese. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just a choice that my wife and I made. And I'm happy for it. I'm better for it. I'm better for it. When I go to the bathroom, when I use the bathroom, my floaters actually float. They don't sink to the bottom. They float because it's the way that I eat. When I sweat now, what comes out of my pores, it doesn't smell the same musty sweat. It's almost a sweet odor. It's because of how I eat. You know, I have more energy. It's because of how I eat. And when we walk into the grocery store and we buy a whole bunch of dead stuff, why wouldn't we feel dead and sluggish? You know, after you eat a big steak, you feel sluggish, man, right? You are what you eat. So we eat by digesting. We eat with what we hear, things that come in our ears, music that we listen to. You know, you listen to a song long enough, those words are going to be on your heart, buddy. That's why the Bible says to think of what's good and holy and all those good things and meditate on these things, because that's what you need to be meditating on. So even if you think, oh, I'm listening to the beat, it's the beat. I like the beat. Those words are getting in there, buddy. Those words are getting in there, little buddy. So we digest stuff that we hear. Not only that, what we see, we eat that way as well. Watching porn, you're eating, and you're eating some nasty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Looking at certain types of movies or gore or anything like that, that's some nasty stuff that you're eating, you know. And my wife, she is a Disney woman. Like, she only watches Disney Channel, which some of those shows are questionable, I think, but that's a whole nother story. But my wife is a good woman, and I can't think of a time I heard my wife cuss. Maybe once, but that is another story and shall be told another time. My wife doesn't cuss, man. She's a good girl because of what she takes in. She takes in like inspirational music, you know. Now, you know, we got our old school hip hop now. Like, we in that thing, but what she takes in, she listens to, what she watches, what she eats, it's all good. And she's a good woman for it. I still take in some bad stuff, so I'm not as good as her. You know, like, I make beats, I'm a music producer, so I'm always listening to all types of music. And sometimes that ain't really the best thing for me to listen to. But I digress. We are what we eat. What we take in, we eat. The things that we see, the things that we hear, the things that we do, that's another way of eating, you know. But really, the things that we see, And the things that we hear turn into the things that we do and the things that we say. I'll say it again in a different way. The things that we see with our eyes turn into things that we do with our hands. And the things that we hear with our ears turns into the things that we say with our mouth. And that's just real. That's just real. So you are what you eat. So we need to be trying to eat the things that are going to give us the nutrients, so to speak, that will propel us in whatever it is that we're trying to do. So let's say I want to be a music producer. Well, I'm going to be looking at videos of music producers that I would like to be like. I'm going to be watching how they make their beats or put their songs together. I'm going to be reading books about the industry so that I will know, how to conduct myself in the industry, how to set my business up in that industry. I'm going to eat all the things that are going to give me the nutrients that are going to give me the energy to do what I need to do and to get the desired result, the desired outcome. So what we have to do is figure out what our outcome is first. Figure out what it is that we want to get accomplished. Figure out what it is, what our goals are, right? And then from there, we need to figure out what would be the proper diet in order to accomplish that goal quicker. Because we all know that you can't get to a goal just by hoping. There's got to be some action behind it. And so we want to make sure that we're eating the right things that are going to guide us to make the right actions that are going to get us the desired outcome. I got a friend who all he does, everything is, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna even put him out there like that. But we gotta be sure that we are watching what's coming into our temple. The Bible says that our body is a temple for the Lord, right? So we want to watch what's coming into our temple, what's coming into the doors and windows of our temple, right? We want to make sure that those doors are shut or that the unnecessary things, they don't have a key. You feel me? We want to make sure that what it is that we want to do, we're taking in the things that are going to get us there. So when we do that, we will, a lot of the wasting of time stops because now we have a purpose. So, for example, I'm trying to do something, and I had a 2-hour break today because I got some work done early. I had a 2-hour break. So I went back to my little spot, and I did some of the things that I needed to do, and it felt good. I made a vow this week to God, and to myself, that I'm not going to watch any TV this week because I got too much to do. I want to do this, I want to do that. What am I watching TV for? Why am I consuming so much, right? I need to be producing. So I told myself that I was not going to watch any TV today. So TV, I travel for work, and so I'm in a hotel room. So the TV in the hotel has not even been on since I've been here this week. And I plan on it staying that way. Every waking hour that I have is going to be towards getting to where I want to be. I got some goals set. I want to get more subscribers on this channel. So what am I going to be doing? I'm about to eat some stuff that's going to give me the nutrients I need and give me the knowledge I need to propel me forward in this journey. So, yeah, we gotta. You are what you eat. We have to eat what we're trying to do. So, because if we're eating the negative stuff, then we're gonna be negative. And it's like a snowball effect. You ever woke up in the morning and stubbed your toe on the bed or something, and you're like, God, dog, it's gonna be a bad day. The next thing you know, you bump your head on the kitchen cabinet, and the whole day it just snowballs out of control. Snowballs. We have to have the right mindset when we wake up. You know, make our list, check it twice, kind of find out who. Nah, we need to make our list, and then we need to be about the business of doing the things and taking in the things that we need to take in so that we can get to where we want to go. So let's do it, y'all. Put some of this unnecessary stuff down. It's gonna be there when you come back, right? It's gonna be there when you come back. Like, what's a good example? Like video games, right? Some of these. Why am I saying right so much? Right? I'm saying right a lot, right? Why these video games, right? God, why am I saying right? I think you know what it is. I got a coworker that says right a lot, and I'm with him all the time, and he says right, and that's why I'm saying right. And it just goes to show that we are what we eat. We are what we eat. I'm taking that in, and it's starting to come out in my mouth. I'm hearing it so much, it's starting to come out in my mouth. Man, that is a perfect example. But man, I lost my train of thought. But that's a good example right there. Man, what was I saying? I can't rewind the video because I'm doing straight form. I'm not going to do any editing. But if it needs to be said, it must not have been needed to be said. It must not need to be said if I can't remember it. But let's do the things that we need to do. Let's get up, do what we need to do, and get these goals, whatever these goals are. Set some goals. Some of us don't even have any goals. Like, what do you want to do? See what you want to do. Then start taking in the things that are going to get you there. Start ingesting the things that are going to get you there. So yeah, that's all for today, y'all. You are what you eat. Like, cut out all this unnecessary stuff. Oh, video games. That's what I was saying. Like, you play these video games, it's such a waste of time. Like, yeah, it's fun. But think about if you wanted to do something else with your life, right? Like, the average 2K game is going to take, like, what, 30 minutes or something like that? And then you can't just play once. You're going to play a couple of times. Before you know it, man, you're in front of the video game for 3 hours. And then it's time to go to bed. Like, cut out some of this unnecessary stuff. It's going to be there. It's going to always be there. You'll be able to play it, but just do what you need to do now so that you can do that stuff later. So that's just one example. Video games, you got a lot of stuff. Smoking weed, right? Like, a lot of us smoke weed. Sometimes you got to put that stuff down and recalibrate. And because that's a waste of time. Because what? You got to get your weed, and then you get your whatever you roll it up in, and you break it down, and then you break the weed, and then you put it in there, and then you roll it up. It's all like, it all takes time, right? And then you're going to take however long smoking it. And then what are you going to do after that? You're going to have the munchies or something? You're going to do something lazy. You're going to watch a movie, you know? Let's put down the unnecessary things and start taking in the things that we need to propel us forward. That's all for today, y'all. This is Uncle Ro. Deuces.